Welcome to Turn Writing Fear Around podcast. Simple methods to overcome fear and start writing again. I'm Elise Sittinger, and I'm the host for your journey to courage. This is episode 119, Your Next Target. This really hit home for me. I used to compete, and I used to show all the time, 2 or 3 times a month. And so I always had my next target. I always had the next show I was preparing for. I knew what I had to do to get ready for that show. I always had a target. And since I've been living in Kentucky on the farm, without any horse shows coming up, I kind of think about horse shows once in a while, but there aren't any really near me. I thought, I don't have a target. And that makes things so much harder. So I've had to get really creative. Um, so first of all, I set a target to get my horse's feet healthy. I've had a challenge this winter and this spring with my horse's feet. All of them, all 3 horses. So right now I'm not able to ride, but I have a target. End of July, I will have all of them having their feet in order. And that means that once or twice a week, I am doing little tiny trims just to get them a little bit at a time back to healthy feet without doing too much at any one time. And it's working. I'm already seeing improvements. I was trying to go 3 or 4 weeks between trims, and it was just too much. It wasn't solving the problem. So I've shortened the time up, means I have less time for playing with them and riding and stuff, but that's okay. I have a plan, I have a target. End of July, their feet will be healthy. And actually, I think Binky's feet might get healthy first, and she had about a laminitis. So that's really exciting because I can ride her 10, 20 minutes a week, maybe a little bit more. So that'll at least get me back in the saddle. So that's exciting. But I want you to really, especially if you don't compete, I want you to really think about what's your next target and when are you going to have it done? And for me, when I was first getting back into riding, my target was to take 4 steps outside the arena. And that took me, once I had that goal, it took me a month. And I backed it up. I needed safety equipment. I wanted to make sure I was safe riding. I needed a pre-ride checklist for me and the horse. I wanted to make sure I knew when I got on the horse was good. I needed my horse standing quietly at the mounting block. And so it took me a month. I decided it was going to take me a month, and I probably could have gotten on sooner. I spent probably a week longer than I needed to getting the horse really good, coming to me at the mounting block, standing quiet at the mounting block, making sure my tack was all clean. And then on that date, I got on. And it really helped to set a goal and then break it down into the steps and then set the time frame that was reliable and reasonable. Don't set a goal of competing in the Tevis Cup next month if you're just starting getting back riding. Don't set a goal of a 50-mile trail ride or endurance ride in a month. Don't set a goal of sorting cattle next week if you haven't ridden in 10 years. Make sure that you're setting a reasonable goal and a reasonable time to get there. And then really sit down. I want you to put the goal on paper. I want you to put when you're going to have it done on paper. And I want you to sit down and write the steps that you need to take to get to that goal. And then do. Take action. 1 step at a time. Check it off the list. You're going to feel so good. I want you to celebrate every one of those check marks on your goal list. On the steps to get there, celebrate them. So really think about what's your next target, when are you going to have it done, and what do you need to make it happen? You'll feel so good when you've made it happen. It really does feel good. I know with my 4 steps, I smiled for a week. So I have a workshop in an ebook called The Confidence Blueprint. It's 9 techniques to really help you get over your confidence. And that could be one of the steps on this time frame you're putting together to build your confidence back up, whatever your goal is. It's $17 right now, and it is a complete workshop in an ebook format. So you can do it at your own pace. And all the steps in there have really helped me. I would love to hear what your goal is. I would love to hear when you're going to have it done by. And I'm cheering you on. I'm here for you. I'll put a link in the description to the Confidence Blueprint. And like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast. And that really helps me get in front of more people that have anxiety and fear in writing and lets them see that there's hope and they can be making progress too. See you guys later.